Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new part of What If Izuku Had Anti-Quirk Weapons. This is part 2, and thanks a lot, guys, for the love and support that you had for the first part. And I want to get the second part out of the way as soon as possible. So yeah, alright, a little bit of a short recap. In this timeline, Izuku is not born quirkless, as he is born with that of a quirk that allows him to create weapons that nullify, cancel, and basically reflect other people's quirks as well. And so from a young age, he decided to self-teach himself on how to use that of weapons, from that of knives, throwing knives, daggers, swords, katanas, spears, and many other weapons as well. Even that increasing his muscle mass and becoming more and more physical. With that, he became one of the most popular people at Aldera, but it also caused that of a bigger rift between that of Bakugo and Izuku, because of Bakugo's pride and Izuku's ideas of a hero. The two now became that of hated rivals. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As the first day of Izuku's final year at Aldera finally comes to an end, Izuku begins to look over the coverage that he saw about that of Mount Lady and Kamui Woods, with then thinking, looks like I was right on the money. She is definitely going to be a media whore, only there for the attention. But hopefully, that's only just going to be for now. I mean, she just started out. Possibly she'll change. She'll probably will change, with Izuku hoping for the best for everybody. But given his childhood friend and how he hasn't changed one bit ever since they were kids, and he doesn't know anything about Mount Lady as well, let's just say his, optimism is pretty goddamn low. With then Izuku putting up his phone, with soon he realized that Bakugo and his lackeys were still in the classroom with him, as then he brings out his anti-quirk sword, with pointing it back at Bakugo, as the blade is as this time, instead of making it blunt, he made it sharp, actually more for that of intimidation, to be fair, with then saying, "What the hell you want, Kachan?" With then soon Bakugo saying, "So you damn, stop wasting my time. What the hell do you want?" With then soon Bakugo clenching his fist in that of annoyance and anger, with soon him basically gritting and basically growling like that of a wild animal, before saying, "I'm only going to say this once, Deku. Don't you dare try to attend UA." With then Izuku raising an eyebrow saying, "What? Why should I?" With then soon Bakugo pushing the sword out of his face, with then screaming out, "Because I don't want a damn loser like you to get in the way of my origin. Everybody knows that the most important thing about a hero is where they started from. And me coming from that of pathetic ass school to reaching to the top rank and number one school in Japan is basically the start of my origins to becoming the best pro. And you getting to the school is going to ruin that as well. So I'm going to say this at once, and you better take it, because if you don't, I'll make you." With then soon Izuku, without warning, basically swings his sword, as then on the right side of Bakugo's face, as soon blood begins to trickle down, with then both Bakugo's lackeys and Bakugo himself were utterly shocked, with then Izuku still not even amused at Bakugo's vocal rant, with then saying, "Origin, backstory, you still haven't changed one damn bit. You're not in it to be a hero to help others and protect the weak. You're still in it just for your own selfish wants, to just prove that you're the best. There's nothing wrong with wanting to prove that you're the best, but if it's going to cost innocent people their lives, then maybe you shouldn't even be a hero to begin with. With then saying that, Bakugo basically loses it, as then it almost looked like that the left side of his entire eye basically went red, as it mostly looks like that he busted a blood vessel. With then saying, "That's it! You're dead! I'm gonna kill you right here and now!" After screaming that, he soon blasted towards Izuku at full speed, with then Izuku dematerializing his sword, before then rising that of a black-silver spear with a green aura, with him soon rushing towards Bakugo as the two were about to hit each other, with then soon somebody coming through the door saying, "That's enough, you two! No more quirk uses on school grounds!" With both of them stopping before they could actually hit each other, as it being their homeroom teacher saying, "I'm glad I came in here before that I left my bag in the room, and I'm glad that I showed up as soon as I did, because if you both basically attacked each other, you both could have lost your chances to get into UA." With then hearing that, both Izuku and Bakugo basically shuddered. Mostly Bakugo, realizing he would lose his perfect opportunity to get into UA, with then saying, "Bakugo, you're a good student, like I said before this morning, but keep acting like this and you'll lose that chance. And Midoriya, you're better than this. Act more responsible. Don't let Bakugo goat you after all." With then, soon after saying that, Izuku felt down and disappointed in himself that he let Bakugo basically goad him like that, when he could have just walked away. With then, soon after that, Izuku walked off, with then Bakugo saying, "Hey Deku, we're done here. Let's make this clear. You don't bother me, I don't bother you. Until the day we get into UA, that's it. Because I don't want to deal with you any more than I already have to. Katsuki." With then after that, Izuku walked off. Within the lackey with that of stretchable eyes and basically looks bald, saying, "Seriously, Bakugo, why you gotta egg on a guy like that?" With then soon a kid with that of brunette hair, as it goes all the way down to his neck, as it being the same kid from Izuku and Bakugo's childhood with the stretchy fingers, saying, "Yeah, seriously, Bakugo, Midoriya is not the same. Izuku's not the same kid that he used to be. He's a lot more scarier now, especially with that quirk of his. Not only he can stop your quirk, but he can also hurt you if he wanted to. Why do you keep on egging him on?" With then soon Bakugo basically clenching his fists so hard that his palms begin to turn white, grit his teeth almost like they're about to chip, with then saying, "'Cause I don't want that damn bastard to think he's better than me. I'm going to put him down, back into his place like he used to be, beneath me. That's why." With then after saying that, he soon basically grumbled out of the classroom, heading to just hang around with a bunch of lackeys. As for Izuku, he soon began to head home. However, instead of taking the quick way where he normally would have, he soon take the scenic route, so he can basically reflect about everything that has led to him in this situation. With then thinking, what happened? Me and Kachan used to be so close. We used to be best friends. But I don't get why. Ever since then, I don't even know what happened. One moment we were so close. The next moment he started treating me like crap. Started treating me like I was a villain. Like I'm the bad guy. And then when I started to try and defend myself and get stronger, and even when I tried defending other people from him, he still basically hated me. Still basically always attacked me and always hurt others. He says he wants to be a hero. That's one of the actions of a villain, a real villain, and yet he can't even see that. With then Izuku clenching his bag before then getting annoyed, saying, "What about me? I'm basically no different. I let Bakugo basically goat me, and I even attacked him twice today. It's so why? It's like everything that revolves around him. It makes me so angry. Why? When we used to be so close, when I used to look up to him, what changed? What changed between both of us?" With then Izuku stopping in that of a tunnel, with then looking up, then looking forward, thinking, all I need to do is don't let Kachan get to me as much as he normally has, as he always has. Just keep moving forward and keep working towards my dream. My dream of becoming a hero. As Izuku says this, he has that of a big smile, big dopey smile on his face as he begins stepping into place, thinking about what he's going to do for his future as a pro, just like All Might. However, as soon as he thought about this, he begins to notice rumbling behind him. With then soon turning around, Izuku began to freak out as right in front of him he sees that of a giant slime, as he has that of big human teeth with that of big orange eye, big yellow eyes swell with black pupils, but then saying, "Nice body there, kid. You don't mind if I take it?" With then Izuku too freaked out to even create one of his weapons, as the Sludge villain begins to lunge after him. Within soon, the villain was basically trying to stuff himself inside of Izuku, with Izuku having a hard time breathing. As right now, instead of thinking rationally and calmly like he normally would have in any situation like this, he can't, because all he's thinking about is his determination to basically live. His basically doesn't even want to get hurt. With then the villain saying, "Nice, you're pretty damn toned, kid, and you're basically my hero. I didn't know that the bastard was here in town. So now with you here, I'll be able to live a proper and easy life after all." With then soon he's saying, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna take my body? No, I can't. I don't want to die. I refuse. With then, and that's a pure instinct, he basically brings out the same Anti-Quirk kitchen knife that he had when he was a little kid, and stabs it into the Sludge villain. After feeling the knife inside of him, he soon basically screams out in pain, and within, he soon latches off of Izuku, and then Izuku coughing, trying to catch his breath, with even trying to vomit out more of the sludge that was inside of his throat, with even possibly in his nose as well, with then shaking his head, narrowing his eyes at the Sludge villain, within the Sludge villain saying, "What the hell? What the hell did you hit me with? You shouldn't even be able to even touch me!" With then, soon, Izuku looking into his hands, seeing the knife that he once had as a kid, since he first awakened his quirk, saying, comfort, makes sense that I would summon this out of instinct and just for comfort. Well, as for the reason on how I'm able to hurt you, why don't I show you a demonstration? Dematerializing the knife, he soon coming through his hands as it being that of a short sword katana, being that of a Jinto. With then the green aura around the blade begin to vibrate. With then Izuku getting into a fighting stance, using both his hands to grab the sword, splitting apart his feet. With then soon the Sludge villain saying, Damn you! I'm going to kill you and take that body for myself! With then the Sludge villain rushes towards Izuku, with Izuku waiting for the perfect opportunity. Before then, he begins to hear somebody scream out, Texas Smash! With then a gust of wind begins to engulf the entire tunnelway, with then Izuku getting knocked back as well, with soon Izuku wondering what the hell just happened. And without a split second, as he hits the ground, he blacks out. Couple minutes later, or a couple seconds later I should say, somebody began slapping Izuku's face over and over and over again in that of rapid succession, with then Izuku eyes widen in that of shock, standing back up, but then soon still having the sword, still having his Jinto right by his side. With then soon Izuku's eyes widen in shock, mouth drop, and basically looking on reverence as right in front of him. With then the person that saved him saying, "There, I'm glad that you're okay, young man." And you were able to even stand your ground against that of the villain. Well done, I have to say. With then this person that was congratulating Izuku as this being his idol, the greatest hero in the world, or throughout all of Japan, I should say, that being All Might. With Izuku saying, All Might here, All Might just showed up in front of me and he saved my life. With then soon All Might saying, it was nothing. It's only the duty of a hero to always save those in need and need rescuing as well. And also, you even gave me enough time to catch up, to take down this villain and put him into this bottle of justice. With then soon seeing that of the Sludge villain in the bottle, with then Izuku saying, you were able to beat him in just one hit, where I was. Within soon, Izuku remembered everything that happened, as he basically freaked out, other than shocked, realizing when he first got in contact with the Sludge villain, he was only able to basically get him off him by that of pure and utter chance, and that by pure reflex due to that of a sense of comfort, believing that he was about to die. With then soon clenching his fist in that of annoyance, saying, I was only able to stall him for a bit before you showed up. How can I say I was going to become a great hero just like you if I'm going to need to be saved? With then soon All Might saying, don't think like that, young man. After all, heroism is more than just defeating villains. It's protecting others when they need to be protected, and saving lives, even if they don't want it, after all. With then hearing that, Izuku couldn't help but looking out of shock and awe, hearing the words of his idol, the one that truly inspired him to truly be a great hero, actually. With then soon All Might saying, well, now if you excuse me, I have to take this villain to a nearby police station. Please be safe and take care, citizen. I am off. With then soon All Might jumps up into the air, basically, gliding through the air until he reaches the nearby Masafu police station. With then Izuku saying, the true essence of being a hero is saving those who can't protect themselves or don't even need it. Well then, I'll take those words to heart as always, especially if they're coming from All Might himself. With then, after that, Izuku grabbed his bag, and even his notebook, and even one of his notebooks fell out. Within soon, opening up for some specific reason, he felt like opening up, as then he saw it. Basically, All Might's signature on the notebook, saying, he signed my notebook! He signed my notebook! Oh my god! This is definitely going to be a family heirloom for the rest of my life. With then, Izuku couldn't help but laugh in that of reverence. With then, Izuku, after stopped laughing, he soon put it in his bag. Before then, Izuku head off on his own, wondering on what he should do to improve himself, to not basically allow himself to get, caught off guard like that ever again. With then, for the next couple of months, Izuku decided to improve himself, not improve just his fighting styles with his weapons, but also to improve his senses, as all he did was focus on improving his fighting style, but never improving his sense of, urgency. As, stuff like that is actually hard to come by, to be honest. And it can even take years, nay, possibly centuries, before you are truly in tone with your sense of preservation and self. With having your senses heightened to that degree, it takes a while. But Izuku is anything but, not tedious, and also not lack of trying after all. When it comes to determination, he still plans on becoming a hero that All Might tells him that he can become. As Izuku heads to a place where he can go and train without any distractions, that being the Dagobah Beach, a beach that basically became an illegal dumping site. During his time here, he would come to train and improve himself in combat, and even figure out ways to basically use certain scrap metals as that of punching bags and cutting posts for his weapons. But if he also had time, he would also basically destroy at least some of the trash and garbage that the beach basically piled up as the years went on. Izuku hated this, but so he decided to, knock out two birds with one stone. He gets a pretty good training spot with no one bothering him, while also destroying the garbage while training at the same time. In a way, he's basically doing that of what a hero should do, while also improving himself at the same time. However, even though destroying garbage and basically having that of a unique and improving his fighting styles is good and all, however, garbage doesn't really do much if it can't attack you back, which is the reason on why he's struggling to improve his senses. With that, Izuku basically sighing in that of defeat and annoyance as he slumps down to that of the sandy ground, within thinking, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to improve myself. I mean, sure, I could ask people to help me improve my sense of, preservation, and basically able to sense other people around me, but how hard, even probably increase that of my reaction speed as well, but how am I supposed to do that if I don't even have anybody I can trust to help me improve myself? None of the people at Aldera actually want to help me. Sure, they can say they can believe in me and basically think I have a chance to become a hero, but it doesn't mean that they want to help me. Not only that, let's also bring the fact that I'm also using my quirk illegally as well. I'm glad that pros don't bother patrolling around this area, but even so, I could still get in trouble for doing this stuff. With then Izuku looking at the night sky, with him thinking, do I really have a chance? Can I really become a hero that I've always dreamt of becoming? With then Izuku soon slumping down on the ground, with then thinking, what chance do I have? With soon as then Izuku began to hear that of footsteps across that of the sand, with then soon saying, sorry, I didn't know anybody was else out here. I was just about to leave. With then soon Izuku's eyes basically went wide, and soon his face went that of total red, with then saying, sorry, I didn't think anybody else was here. I was curious when I heard somebody's voice throughout the garbage here. So with Izuku seeing that of a young girl that looks like possibly the same age or maybe even older than him, as she has that of a spiky black ponytail with black hazel eyes. Also, she has quite the curves as well. Then soon Izuku couldn't help but began to stutter, as even though Izuku has a lot more confidence in himself to become a hero now, let's just say his confidence into talking to girls is still pretty damn bad after all. So yeah, that hasn't changed one bit. With then Izuku saying, no, it's okay. Everybody is free to come around here if they want. It's just that nobody barely does. So with Izuku basically ranting and basically trying to make excuses for himself and other people. Then soon, the girl couldn't help but sigh, saying, "You seem like you don't really talk to people that much, do you?" With then Izuku sighing, saying, yeah, I'm not really good talking with a specific gender, that's all. Then she's saying, "I see. Well, can I ask on why are you here when this place is quite the dump after all, as people like to call it?" With then Izuku saying, it's where I normally come here to improve my training after all." With then she's saying, "Training?" Saying, "Yeah, actually, I come here since nobody barely comes here. I come here to improve my quirk and fighting styles with it as well. Not only that, if I even have time, I also destroy some of the garbage here as well, while also training myself." So then she's saying, "I see. That's quite honorable of you. Noble, really. The reason I'm here is because I'm doing a little bit of I'm doing my own self-training. I'm improving my stamina. When I was basically running around the area, I noticed that I heard quite a bit of noise out here, that of grunts and also that of, a bit of garbage basically being smashed. So I thought then Izuku saying, 'Oh, right. Sorry if I distracted you from your, pacing for your training run.' Then she's saying, No, it's fine. But are you improving your quirk? Normally people don't hide unless they're trying to improve their quirk, which is, since quirk usage is illegal. So, but then Izuku saying, 'Oh, yeah. You see, I have a quirk that allows me to create that of weapons. Weapons that that's coded with that of an anti-quirk aura that cancels and nullifies other people's quirks, to be honest.' Then hearing this, the young woman couldn't help but be that of shocked and fascinated, saying, 'You have a quirk that allows you to create things?' Saying, not anything, and typically just different types of weapons I'm either familiar with or understand. The only thing I can't create is that of firearms, because since they're a lot more complex than people believe they are, to be honest. But I do able to use that of substitutes for long-range weapons, such as that of a bow, crossbow, and even that of throwing knives as well. So I do find ways to improve my long-range capabilities." Then hearing that, soon she's saying, So your quirk only revolves around that of weapons that are used during that of the medieval ages, or I should properly say during that of the bronze, iron, and steel ages, when that of weapons using those types of metals were more prevalent. Am I correct? Then Izuku's eyes widening in shock, saying, "Wow, nobody's ever been that analytical about the weapons I can use for my quirk. But yeah, basically." Then she's saying, "I see. That actually could help you out a little bit, and me as well. Besides me increasing my stamina, I also have a quirk that's somewhat different. That actually works somewhat differently. With then soon, the girl raises out the palm of her hand, with then soon something coming out of it, as it looks like that of a steel rod. Within Izuku saying, "Whoa, you have the same quirk as mine." Saying, "Not exactly. My quirk basically allows me to create anything I can using my lipids, basically my body fat. However, there is one downside. I have to make sure that I understand what the material, that the thing I'm creating's materials and structure is made out of. If I mess it up at least even once, well, let's just say it doesn't work out that well." With then soon Izuku saying, "That's actually quite impressive. Oh, I can tell that it could seem pretty overcomplicated for somebody that truly doesn't understand the periodic table, but I'm guessing you're able to get that the periodic table or get at least some of the elements that you would need for your materials. Am I correct?" With then hearing that, she couldn't help but be blushed and also utterly basically dumbfounded, given that most people that try to think that her quirk is basically her cheating, that she's basically able to create anything so easily without even trying. With then soon she's saying, "Actually, yeah, how did you, just a guess, you wouldn't be this confident in your quirk if you did say you had to understand the structure of it. That means you would need to be a lot more, well, specific on how the quirk, on what the thing that you're trying to make is made out of. Even its circuitry, if it's that of electronic. Am I correct?" With then she's saying, "That's exactly right. Wow. Nobody's ever thought about that. Has never thought that through before about my quirk. People always say that it's just me cheating because I'm able to create whatever I want." With then Izuku basically shaking his head saying, "Quirks aren't that easily. After all, sometimes I tried to create that of a gun made for my quirk. I did it, but my quirk can't create that of bullets, unfortunately. And since there's no such thing as that I can create a gun, but however, I don't know how the gun works. Even when I looked it up on the internet, I would have to create that of bullets. And creating that of anti-quirk bullets is easier said than done, since I don't even know how bullets are even made. And infusing my quirk with that of bullet to create bullets is again easier said than done. So I don't bother making that of firearms. I only focus on weapons that I can understand and I can basically use in combat. Not only that, let's also bring the fact that gun laws are still pretty, well, harsh here in Japan, even as a pro hero, such as people like Snipe. He has to go through tons of regulations and even has to prevent himself from using that had to go through multiple, well, laws and regulations to being able to use that of live ammo. If only in that specific situation where he has to take a life if need be. With Izuku basically going on his muttering, for some weird reason, the girl thought that this was interesting but also creepy at the same time. With then saying, "Could you, what are you?" With then Izuku noticing that he's on his muttering spree, saying, "Oh, right, sorry. I can get quite well into when I talk about heroes and quirks after all." With then she couldn't help but smile, saying, "I can tell, actually. By the way, I never asked for your name." With then Izuku saying, "Right, I never asked your name too. Well, I'll go first. My name is Izuku Midoriya. I'm a third year at Aldera Junior High." With then she's saying, "Nice to meet you, Midoriya. My name is Momo Yayorozu. I'm also a third year at my private junior high school as well." With then Izuku saying, "Wow, I guess we both are the same age. It's just that I thought you were older than me," given you saying, "Yes, I get that a lot too. Given my height, people do judge me to believe that I'm already in that of high school. It's kind of, well, let's just say overwhelming from time to time." With then hearing this, Izuku couldn't help but smile, saying, I get that too. Even though personally I still look like a junior high student, body-wise, people think that I'm possibly in high school as well, given all the training I've gone through to use my quirks in more effective and more practical ways after all. With then, soon, Momo couldn't help but say, yeah, I thought so. Using certain types of weapons, you need a specific body type. And I'm guessing you're the kind of person that prefers to use multiple types of weapons so you can get that of an upper hand on certain people. Am I correct? With then, Izuku saying, yeah, actually, how did you? Just a lucky guess. Personally, I like to use that of a, steel rod, after all, given that I'm good at that of Bojutsu training ever since I was a little girl. But if I can basically improve myself using other forms of, items, then I try my best. With Izuku saying, makes sense with a very versatile quirk such as yourself, Yaoyorozu. With then, Momo couldn't help but smile from the praise that Izuku gave her. But then she's saying, oh, right. You said that it seemed like you were struggling with something. I saw you laying there, defeated, saying, oh, right. Well, you see, with then Izuku began explaining that what he's been struggling with this entire time. With then she's saying, I see. So you're trying to improve that of your senses, such as that a sense of, sensing people, touch, smell, and reaction speed as well. With then saying, yeah, actually, it's easier said than done when there are people not willing to help you out. So my sense of preservation is a lot lackluster than it should be. With then hearing this, Momo saying, I see. Well, actually, I think this might be destiny. With then Izuku saying, destiny? With soon Momo nodding, saying, yes, Midoriya. You see, I'm also trying to train for that of a certain exam that I plan on going to a high school actually. With and Izuku saying, oh, really? What high school are you going? With then she's saying, well, I plan on going to UA actually. With then Izuku saying, you're going to UA too? With then she's saying, too? Ah, so you also plan to apply to UA as well. With then Izuku scratching the back of his head saying, yeah, actually. You see, I plan on wanting to go to the same school that many top other pros have gone to. Mostly because UA is also where All Might went, the school where he also graduated as well. With then, soon, she's saying, I see. You're an All Might fan as well? Saying, yeah, you? I'm not that much of a big fan of him, but I do admire him, being a great hero such as him, to be fair. But I plan on going to UA by that of recommendation. I was given a letter just about a month ago, actually. With Izuku saying, wait, seriously? You were given a letter recommendation to go to UA? That truly means that you're an amazing and awesome person. It even proves it with your quirk, after all. With then, Momo began blushing from the compliment, saying, oh, please, you're embarrassing Midoriya. But thank you for your words, though. However, I still like to improve myself because, again, I heard that the entrance exam is tough, but the, recommendation exam is just as tough, to be fair. So, improving my stamina and my quirk usage and how long I can use it should help me out a bit as well. That's why I want to help you, Midoriya. In a way, you and I can have that of a partnership. I help you improve your senses while you help me improve my stamina using my quirk. How does that sound? It seems like a pretty good partnership, don't you think? With Izuku hearing the proposition, Izuku couldn't help but think to himself and smile, saying, yeah, it works, actually. We both get something out of it that we both need to improve on. Actually, I appreciate that. Yaoyorozu. With then soon, Momo couldn't help but say, then let's work together to improve ourselves for our entrance exams, Midoriya. As she soon offers her hand for a handshake, Izuku begins to blush again, with then Izuku getting closer and closer to Momo, before then shaking her hand as well, while also looking away, saying, yeah, I truly do look forward to working with you, Yaoyorozu. With then, soon, Momo's eyes widening, saying, oh, you weren't joking about being unable to talk to that of the opposite sex, weren't you? With then, Izuku nodding while still having to have a red face and looking away from his new training partner. With then, Momo couldn't help but sigh but smile at the same time. How she got herself into this quiet predicament with a training partner such as him. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let's read them. Sorry that this isn't a big action-packed part after all. Next part will be the entrance exam, and that's where the action begins to truly shine after all. But I also wanted to bring up the fact that Izuku wouldn't be able to improve his senses without help after all. And since I don't plan on giving Izuku one for all, and if any of you have seen the latest season of My Hero Academia, then many of you should freaking know why people should stop giving Izuku one for all if they plan on giving him a quirk in their what ifs. But I digress. If they want to do it, do it. But at any rate, hope you guys enjoyed the fact that Izuku and Momo have that of a partnership with one another to improve themselves. During this time, in this timeline, things will get interesting. In this timeline, even Momo will be a lot more stronger than her canon counterpart after all. So yeah, at any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification, keep updating my videos when I upload in the channel. Also, check out my gaming channel, side channel, my PayPal, and Patreon. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care. My beloved Shiro, you know what to do, girl.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!